Welcome to skateboarding. Today I'm going to make a video for my Progress Daily channel because it's been a long time. Plus I have a lot of things I want to talk about, including me riding my skateboard here. That's not a thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about my $300 bearings that I bought the other day, mainly for a video concept, and how bad they were. Luckily we have nice jackhammer ambience in the background. I recently did a video about these bearings for $300. I paid $303, which feels ridiculous. And that was about the time period where I tried to do a bunch of videos where I bought things and did whatever. And by the end of it, I lost money, of course, but that video actually made $800. So I profited $500 for doing that video concept. So it was worth it in the end. And then I used that money for the next video, which bombed. So that's how YouTube is. But with these bearings, I've had them for about as long as I would have the standard bearings. I got them about 2 months ago, and already, do you hear that? How it's not rolling at all? It's already bad. And I remember that day while filming in the video, I was like, they feel okay, but they still felt a little hesitant. They didn't even feel good that day. So now I'm going to put back on these $17 bearings and just put the $300 bearings to the side. That being said, a lot of people did leave 5-star reviews for the bearings, so I assume a lot of people had a good time with it. But I think for the majority, 99.9% of people watching this video right now, you don't want to spend $300 on bearings. It was completely pointless in my opinion, and I think people are just trying to justify an expensive spend. But for me, at the end of the day, no service. It was bad. I did not like them. So I'm gonna go back to these because they already last for 4 months or so anyways, and they're 17 bucks. So for a yearly salary of $30, $42, these are the bomb. $51. Where did I get 42? Let's get some warm up in because I actually have an objective today. This is kind of great. My my de-stripper came out of this thing while I was trying to de-thread my truck. So the bearings already feel better, like just overall. So the $17 bearings straight out the box feel better than the $300 bearings, you know, straight out the box and after a couple of months. I didn't like them the whole time, so I don't really know how I just kept kind of using them, but now I feel like I'm gliding freely. But the whole point of today was, one, it's a bit of relaxation because this morning I had to go get my passport, and anything that has to do with post office or I was gonna say USPS, but like DMV, etc. When you have those days, you can't really get anything done, or at least I have trouble being like, all right, how do we move on and do the day? Because you're just so drained from this like annoying process. So I'm forcing myself to skate, and that is what I am doing. But I also want to try to film, I guess, a bunch of shorts while we're here, because I was watching a lot of skateboard YouTube shorts people, and they're really good at taking like a few things like a kickflip, tray flip, or a 180, and making like 100 shorts out of this one thing, which is kind of what I do with skating in general. I've made 1,500 videos about this. But I was like, okay, how about we get really in the details? I look at a lot of the tricks that I'm doing and make some shorts. Quick, easy. My problem is always I try too hard, and on YouTube, it's not about trying hard, it's about doing what is currently in the zeitgeist. So I'm going to sit here and try to come up with like, just some shorts. Maybe make like 10 real quick. See if I can make 10 in like 10 minutes. No, that's way too, 10 in an hour, and if I can do that, then that's ridiculous that you can make 10 successful shorts in an hour. So we'll see. I gotta figure out some tricks. I just filmed 8 shorts. I'm stoked. I feel like they're funny. jackhammer literally stopped that entire time and it cut right back on right when I started filming. I've never done that before. God, I couldn't get away from it. Oh, that was shit. That last trick took like 30 minutes of non-stop trying. It's very difficult. I've never seen someone actually do it, but I also didn't really do it legit. I kind of did it fake where I stopped. Sorry, I forgot to wipe my face off first and I'm dying. It's still so hot in Texas, but the whole thing with that trick is switch shove-it 50s on rails are not done often because switch shove-its tend to flip. But for some reason, I was lucky. Well, I did them a lot growing up, but mine don't really flip that much. So I can kind of pop it to a 50-50. Since it's a square rail, I can sit on it, stall on it, stand there, and doing a switch flip out was such a battle. Actually getting the tail to pop correctly on the rail was so hard. If it was a round rail, impossible. There's no way in hell I would ever be able to do that. But if we actually had like a long square rail, one where I could actually grind and hold it and kind of balance, I could maybe do it on something like that. But for now, stall tricks, that whole session was just me experimenting and testing things out. And honestly, it was really, really fun. I felt very like Andy Anderson-esque. But yeah, it was cool to get the feel of a lot of tricks I could maybe potentially throw into action eventually. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed a classic skate video from me, usually on my channel, but for the skating like this for now on, or at least for a little bit for now, what am I saying? I'm gonna upload it to this channel just for a bit to see how it goes, to see how people kind of vibe and how they like it. And on my main channel, I'm trying to do more like adventurous stuff and very, very like curated, pretty videos, which are so fun for me, but it's not really the type of audience I've built on that channel, so it's kind of difficult because I want them to have like the coolest content. Like literally I work so hard on these videos, but it might not be skating, so it's kind of this weird middle ground. So whatever, skating here, you know, I'm always gonna have it. Progress Daily is a brand that's all for skating, and if you want to follow the email list, we actually do have one on the website, so I send an email every week just individually written from me about my favorite things, like new videos that I've seen that people should watch, and basically like an article that I think about something I believe in that I think is cool and that I, you know, some motivation to share. So if you want to sign up for that, link in the description, and yeah, that's it. Take care. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Progress Daily, and keep killing it!